Welcome back to the Tu-Vie podcast, your TV movie entertainment needs podcast. I am your host, Jason. Sitting with me today is our grifter, Cameron. How you doing, dude?
You know me, I'm always on Fox News being like, them minorities. You call me a grifter, that's what grifters do.
No, a grifter is the person that just kind of coasts along. Now,
You're thinking of a drifter,
no, who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of
a drifter, a
no.
greaser.
What's the guy that kind of I'm thinking of Moocher. That's the
Well,
start of the episode.
no, I think it works. I think it
Oh
works.
my, we're a movie podcast.
Yeah, we get off topic.
Okay, not that off topic. That's never been the topic, nor nor will it. I I am not affiliated with this man in any way.
Except that we're on a podcast together and we
Yeah,
work together
that's contractual. Let's just get
and
into
we
it.
are friends.
What a wonderful way to start the movie podcast.
Yeah.
We're talking about in Star Wars, and somehow we ended up on Fox
Yeah,
News.
now we're on politics.
And we're
What a blah.
This is usually how all movie podcasts go. You start off, it's like you live long enough to see yourself become the villain thing, you know? So
I went to the Capitol on January
it was
6th.
me and Jimmy Pesto. We were both there. I still can't get over the fact he got fired for that.
Well, yeah, no
No,
shit.
no, 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 no. It's like of all the things I thought he would have gotten fired for, that was not the thing I
That,
thought. That's not like on my list of things. I'm not saying he didn't deserve to be fired. I'm saying is
right.
when I heard that he got fired, I paused the video. I'm like, oh boy, the string of effects that happened in the last few years. I wonder if it's another one. Well, jackass that thought he could get away with murder. And then they
Right.
said what they actually said off guard. So
Yeah.
funny. Off guard. But you can't talk about Jimmy Pesto without talking about Star Wars. So that's what we're going to jump right into, of course. I think the bigger thing that came out of nowhere was what was the movie you said? The Dawn of the Jedi movie?
Yeah, the Dawn of the Jedi movie got a writer. It's going to be directed by James Mangold, who did Logan and Ford v Ferrari, and recently the OK Indiana Jones movie.
He did that
Uh,
one?
yeah, he did the one that came out last year. It was
Really?
fun.
I,
It
I
was
I saw
okay.
it in theaters and it just was weird. Like I know Indiana Jones is in the realm of weird. Just felt
Yeah.
just felt different weird.
It was that movie is interesting because it's like we never talked about it on here because strike was in full swing. But
Yeah, I think we did a little. I don't think you were there for the recording. I think I did like a 2 minute review,
mm,
maybe.
but like my thing with that movie is that for about 80% of it, it's like okay.
Mhm.
It's like I like spending time with Indiana Jones. I like doing globe-trotting adventures. And then at the end it goes insane. Just like gonzo crazy. What the hell?
Well, and I thought the same thing, but then I thought about like we saw an act of God in the first movie. Then in the second movie, we saw a man take out his own heart, or a guy take out a man's heart while it was still beating and him still alive.
Right.
And then the third
God.
one, a miracle by God. Aliens was a bit out there. I'm not gonna lie with
Yeah.
Crystal Skull.
It's the only thing that wasn't like magic.
Yeah, yeah, well, and we have time travel because of stars. What was the reason?
They had a thing.
They had the
Uh,
Dial of Destiny,
but
and my
God,
girlfriend hates that movie name so much.
I think it works.
I think it's great, but she's
It's
like the
better than
Dial.
the title of the game that's
What was it?
coming out this year.
Indiana Jones and
It's,
the
it's
Forgotten Horn or something.
no, it's like
Forgotten Horn. What is it? Oh
it's
shoot!
Indiana Jones in the Great
In the
Circle.
Great Circle. It's
What?
like when
Why?
it's like when a kid learns shapes. It's so funny that title,
Yeah.
but
It's like
isn't Troy Baker Indiana
Indiana
Jones?
Jones is a great circle.
It's like a new Disney song. It's like Big Blue World, Great Big Circle.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hope that game's good,
yeah,
but
it looks fine.
what
It
a
looks.
weird title.
I do
It,
like the idea of a first person, third person mix.
yeah.
That sounds kind of neat for a game idea. Just kind of swinging
Yeah.
through. No pun
But yeah,
intended.
anyway, we got super off track.
I know. Well, that's how we roll. Well, we started with the meaning of
Yeah,
grifter, then we got
yeah.
on here. So it's
We're
just,
we're we're taking exits. We're
yeah.
going on
Welcome to
detours.
Tu-Vie. We stay inconsistent.
You tell us that it takes us 2 hours to get to St. Louis. We're hitting every roadside attraction, my guy. We're telling
Excluding the
me that
bathroom breaks.
that the world's largest boot is on the next
Is
exit.
that a real thing?
We're going.
Please tell me it's a real thing.
Probably. I don't know. I try to not look at billboards.
Oh, why? What
I
kind
don't know.
of
They're boring.
protest is that?
A righteous one.
Okay. So yeah,
So
start.
James Mangold is making this Jedi movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Right
So it's
right now he's filming the Bob Dylan Timothy
he's doing
Chalamet.
that movie too.
Yeah. He's
Wow.
filming that right now as we speak.
Jeez, I did see
Um
some set photos from that. He looks pretty good as the Dills.
he's too pretty.
Absolutely, I liked Tilda, not Tilda's one. Shoot,
Kate
what's her name?
Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett's version way better.
Yeah, the Kate Blanchett version is really fun.
She did
That
it.
whole movie is really cool. I don't know
Yeah.
why they're making another Bob Dylan movie after that one.
If it's
Um,
like Wonka in a musical and Bob Dylan's like,
my thing is like I hate most musical biopics.
mm,
They're all
Rocket
the
Man was
same
good.
movie. They're all the same movie. And especially after like Walk Hard came out
Hold on, are we gonna exclude
almost
Popstar? Because that one's so good.
well, Popstar's a parody.
Well, so is Walk Hard. That's a satire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like after Walk Hard came out, everyone else making a boring cradle to grave uh
Well, I'd
uh
argue Rocket Man was pretty good.
Rocket Man is good because it actually has interesting direction and visuals.
Yeah,
The
and
rest
Taron
of them are
Egerton's
just
just
like,
beautiful.
well, yeah, that, but also like
Yeah.
think about the troubadour scene where
No.
like everybody's like floating. That shit's awesome. More musical biopics need to do that instead of the boring, just like
Yeah, and
just
Bohemian
like
Rhapsody
being
had the chance to
a
be good.
watchable, be more than a watchable Wikipedia article.
I agree because I think that's what went wrong with Bohemian Rhapsody. It's just a Wikipedia thing that didn't. That was like an edited Wikipedia. It was an edited
Mhm.
Wikipedia kind of movie
Yeah,
because
and it
not
wasn't
all
even like
the
accurate.
no. And I think of a band with that magnitude. One of my favorite bands, Queen, with that magnitude that they actually had in the world. I think showcasing that like they did for it wasn't Wembley Stadium. What was the last one? It was Live Aid. It was
Yeah,
Live Aid. And that moment where he's like controlling the crowd is so cool, but
yeah,
they needed to have that forever.
yeah. I don't know.
They didn't. But I
Musical
did like
biopics
Rami
are
Malek.
weird.
The cast was great.
He was good.
Fun Oscar what Mike Myers cameo. That was neat.
Oh yeah,
He
he
was the
wasn't.
manager that didn't like them at first.
Good for him.
Yeah, hey,
Anyway,
well he's
so
not making Shrek 4.
yeah, so he's making this Jedi movie. It's about the first Jedi, the dawn of the Jedi.
Says the movie will
And
trace the origins of the Force and is set 25,000 years before any other Star Wars project previously seen. That's great, but
cool.
my curiosity is what does it mean the trace of the origins of the Force because we've had two different meanings now.
I don't know. I trust him, especially because now they have a really good writer attached.
Yes, the writer is
Oh, Willman.
Bo Willman, who did Andor, and explicitly he did the Prison Break scenes. I think
He did the Prison Break arc,
he did the arc
episode 8, 9, and 10, which
oh,
include two of like the best monologues in the
ever.
past decade,
Yeah, it's so good.
which is Andy
It was Stellan's
Serkis's
one and
speech.
Andy Serkis, right?
Stellan and Andy Serkis. The Andy Serkis one was the one way out, the speech, and then Stellan Skarsgård had the uh I give my life for a sunrise I know I'll never get to see,
Oh.
which is just oh so good.
When I wake up and I feel groggy, that's what I listen to just be like, all right, you know what? Maybe I could be all right.
I need to light a fire under my ass. I need to get out of bed. I need to put these covers on. Stellan or Luthen did that every day. And you know what? His name never came up in the original movies. He was right. He's probably gonna die a miserable death in season 2. He's gonna die the saddest, most pathetic death of all time, and that's the point.
I mean, He like trips on a log, like falls
No,
off.
yeah. Hopefully not cartoony, but like
I
he's gonna
just
catch like they're gonna be like running and escaping. He's gonna catch a stray bullet and he's just going to die.
yeah. Unlike I feel every time I think
And
about
that's
Andor, I think about the climbing scene about that poor kid that got his ribs
dude,
crushed.
dude. Okay, I'm not kidding. I'm gonna sound hyperbolic here. So I love Andor so much.
Hmm.
That might be my favorite Star Wars like moment
Hmm.
ever.
Hmm.
Where just it was
Ever.
so ever. It's so perfectly crafted.
Hmm.
It ties in with the themes so well. And it's just gorgeous. The action's amazing. Everything's on the line. There's so much tension. I've never had a Star Wars moment that made me feel that way.
Hmm.
Like I knew Andor survives because he's in Rogue One,
Well, to
but
a
like
point.
in that moment, I fully forgot about it.
Yeah.
Like I was just so into that heist. That heist is one of the best episodes of TV ever made.
And it's I think it brought back what made Star Wars such an iconic series because of that eye candy of the
It
meteor
it's
shower.
so it's so pretty.
You
So
bought
pretty.
the steelbook, didn't you?
I did. I'm waiting. It should be here next month.
Beautiful. We're
Yeah.
waiting for Cameron's child to be delivered here. We're gonna get photos of it in little bassinet and little wrapped.
Oh, I should say
Oh,
I did make a purchase
of course.
uh
Yes. Bring it. Bring
a
it. Bring it.
couple of
Bring it.
weeks ago, which was very fun. I got the Wally Criterion.
Oh, son of a.
Yeah, I was just walking around Barnes and Noble and I saw it and I was like, I gotta have it.
Oh.
But it's really cool. It has so much special features. It even has like the whole Pixar story documentary on it. Yeah, it's really cool.
I think that
Um,
I've rewatched Wally a lot of times recently. Not as much as I've watched Scott Pilgrim, but
right. You need help.
dude, I can't get enough of this movie.
Dude,
I
you've
can't.
watched it 10 times in the last six
And
months.
I told you right now, it's probably going to go to 20 by 2025.
Upsetting.
It's beautiful. Okay.
It's like good.
It's
Like I like
great.
it a lot.
It's great.
I don't know if it's 10 times in 6 months good.
I'm just built different.
I don't
Okay.
know if anything's 10 times in 6 months good.
Uh, crack. Have you tried that 10 times in 6 months?
Good point.
Dude, can't speak on the crack, dude. But I also the thing about Wally, I think it might be my favorite Pixar movie ever, and I always say it is the greatest love story ever told. Sorry, I
It,
take it back. It's in my top three. I forgot I watched Lightyear recently. I love that movie so much.
Lightyear is not as good as Wally. Come on,
It's not
man.
as good as Wally. I'm just saying it's my favorite. Not
Okay.
saying in quality. It's just personal emotional connection. In terms of actual writing, so far down the line. Wally is easily number two, if not number
I,
one.
I will say my number one Pixar is still Ratatouille.
I
Ratatouille is
Yeah,
an I can't believe Ratatouille exists.
it's a great movie, and that's always on at my girlfriend's house because her mom loves it. She
Yeah,
genuinely loves it. But I put Ratatouille at number three, and I put Soul at number one.
I have. All right, I'll read you my top 10 right now that I have on Letterboxd. I'll
Maybe we'll
start
just do
it.
a Pixar episode one of these
Fuck it.
days.
Why not?
I think we save it for a Pixar episode. Like we got to get back to Star Wars
All right.
because I was
Well,
gonna even
I'll give
mention
my
the
top
Eve
10 real
Lego.
fast.
Yeah, go
I'll
fast.
give you my top 10 real fast.
Yeah, go fast.
Wally at 10.
Wow,
Yeah. Soul at 9.
wow,
Incredibles at 8.
wow,
First Toy Story at 7.
dude.
Toy Story 2 at 6. Monsters Inc. at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Toy Story 3 at 4. Here's my hottest take. Toy Story 4 at 3.
No shot, Cameron.
Up at 2.
Okay.
And Ratatouille at 1.
Okay. You
But
had
yeah,
me till Toy Story 4. What the
we'll, we'll,
hell?
we'll debate
We'll
it
do this in another episode. Yeah,
another
but
time.
back to the Star Wars thing. The whole meaning of the Force thing, I'm worried about because we have midichlorians and then we have the actual good answer where it's like it's in all things and it
Yeah.
surrounds us, it
Like
penetrates
who
us.
knows?
So
It's a
it's like
mystery. It works however we want it to work.
well, it's weird now because you have this story of midichlorians that lead into the Clone Wars thing, where we have a character like Ahsoka join in. But then when
Yeah.
you watch Ahsoka, you have Sabine, who, for all we know, didn't have a midichlorian count, and she becomes Jedi-esque. She uses the Force.
Hopefully
She
they
has her
don't
own.
give about any of that and just
I,
write something good.
I mean, truly, I hope
Like
it.
I was talking to my buddy yesterday about this. I think that Jedi and Force lore is incredibly boring. I think it's confusing, it's poorly written. I just don't care about the logistics of the Force. I like it as a use for like themes and stuff, like uh how it connects us all, light and balance and all of that. But like as far as like the actual mechanics of it working, the lore aspect of it, I don't really care. Um, so as long as I hope they focus on character. I hope they focus on emotional logic and not just being a 2 hour lore dump about how the Jedi start. And I think because of the writer that they picked for this, I think it will be character driven. It will be emotional. It will be riveting.
Because if they just
I
give
have
us a
not
Logan story of Star Wars, I'm cool with it.
like I have not been this optimistic
Mm.
about a Star Wars movie in a very long time.
Well, because we haven't had a Star Wars movie since 2019.
Yeah. And we're gonna get one in 2026. The Mandalorian and Grogu, just what everybody wanted.
Well, hey,
Everybody wanted a TV movie. I'm gonna
hey, it
kill my
what it the first It was a TV movie or a miniseries. Look how good
and
that
it's
is.
not good. And it's not good. I'll say
It's
it. I'll say Tim Curry gives a good performance, but that's about it. That movie is not good.
okay. I gotta
Yeah,
figure.
I said it. I said it. I
At
had a
least you didn't
cold.
say Tim
Hey,
Curry was bad, because that would have I would have
no,
thrown
Tim Curry's
hands.
good. Tim Curry's
Yeah,
good. Tim Curry has never been bad.
I was gonna say I was gonna I will. Sorry, on three. On three, favorite Tim Curry role.
All right.
On three. One, two, three. Muppets
Clue.
Treasure Island. Mm, Clue. Not a big fan
Clue.
of the old Clue, man. I forgot about the picture. Yes.
All right. You're not a fan of the old Clue movie?
I don't I I don't remember liking watching it. I remember I watched it like once or twice a few years ago. I don't remember just
Your homework today. Watch Clue again.
all right. I mean, because I did read somewhere someone saying that it doesn't compare to like Knives Out, which I don't think is a fair assumption because Knives Out and
Knives
Clue
Out
are
has
so
characters.
yeah, it's very very
Knives
different.
Out has characters. Clue is a cartoon. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, and also this could be also my personal biases. I hate the Clue game. I don't like
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. I don't like playing Clue. I think the movie is very good.
I
Um,
can't stand
I
that.
will say Clue did a very interesting thing when it released in theaters, where they sent multiple different cuts to theaters
Hmm.
with different endings.
Oh, that's cool.
So when they released it on digital or like on at home, they didn't have digital at the time, but
Like VHS.
um on yeah, sure. They included all three endings at the end where it's like this is how it could have happened, but what if this happened? But this is how it really happened. And it's
So it's
like
like
it's a
Wayne's World.
basically you get like three endings. It's
That's
really
so
fun. I've
cool.
never seen a movie do that. I think it's interesting.
That's kind of
Um,
cool. Yeah, I mean, I just I don't know. I guess it was something that I don't remember how long ago I watched it, but I just remember just not digging it. Like
it's
Joker.
well, Joker's bad, so.
Okay, you don't like it either?
No, I think Joker is like
I can't. I couldn't.
Joker is a what a dumb think person thinks a smart movie is.
So what?
It's like it is what a dumb person thinks a smart movie is.
Huh. Okay, Colin, if you're watching, we are sorry.
Oh shit.
He loves that movie so much.
It's just like
I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I thought
I
Joaquin
get
did
it.
great.
I think it's just not good.
I mean, I didn't get like why everyone was so like
Oh,
having a
yeah.
hard on for this movie because I thought Joaquin did great.
Okay. Because
He
it's
was
more
good.
approachable Scorsese.
Yes, was okay. I was it was giving Scorsese, but at the
Well,
same
yeah,
time,
it's
it
just
was
King of Comedy.
thank you. Which one's better in your opinion, King of Comedy or Joker?
King of Comedy.
Thank you. Okay, I didn't didn't get the whole like fun Robert De Niro cameo, but Joaquin Phoenix doing everything was great. He was a good Arthur Fleck, and I think just showing a different side of the Joker rather than the similar Batman, I'm gonna pour acid on the kid kind of thing. It's very different,
My thing with
but
Joker is like I never want to know his backstory. He's more interesting as this mysterious,
yeah,
enigmatic figure. Giving him any sort of tangibility, any sort of humanity, I think takes away from the character and makes
because
him
you have
less
to then
scary.
justify the murders and the horrible actions he
Like,
does.
I think it
Well, not
works
justify, but
for
you
it works for the movie that they told, but I think any other if there's a Joker that is fighting a Batman,
mhm.
I'd never want to know about his childhood or his parents and shit.
Yeah, we are
Like,
we are so off topic from Star Wars. We
I
are on
don't, man,
Joker now.
we're shooting the shit. We're just talking.
We came
Um,
so prepared for this. We had everything just loaded up and just
I'm on
going.
5 hours of sleep and I got opinions, man.
4.5, dude. Dap up.
Eh.
Let's go. Star
Um,
Wars is coming back. I think we're back. We got the writer for Andor. We have a new movie that's coming out. We have a different director that actually knows how to make a character feel
ooh,
important.
Acolyte could
That
be
is
cool
coming out. When is that coming out?
this summer,
No
June.
kidding. And how do you feel about Tales of the Empire?
Cool
That's
idea.
so random out of nowhere. I'm driving home from class and I just get a Tales of the Empire trailer.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting idea. I think we need more media focused around the Empire and the
Yeah.
people who live in it. I'm excited to see Barris again. I'm excited to see the raising of Dathomir
Do
because
you think
that's
she's
one of the
the first sister? Because we
no.
never know who the first sister is. It starts with the second and then third, and it goes all the way
I,
up.
I think like the head one was Mother Talzin, but
Well, yeah, that's one of the that's one of the witches of Dathomir.
yeah,
But
yeah.
but she was an inquisitor.
I don't think we ever know the first one. Also, let me just say,
That's why I think Barris is
let
the
me
first
just say,
inquisitor.
Morgan Elsbeth. I'm working my way through Star Wars again, which is why I have all these opinions again.
Yeah.
If you go back and you watch Mando season two, there's no way she was intended to be a Night Sister. They tacked that shit on in Ahsoka.
Because she was just like
She was just
what?
like a warlord.
Yeah, yeah. She was just like a warmonger, I think, in the second season.
Yeah. Anyway,
But
anyway,
then she's like,
but
"Whoa, she's got superpowers."
let me just
Whoa.
say,
I thought it
my
was all
biggest
right.
fear of Tales of the Empire because they're going to Dathomir. We're gonna see General Grievous kill all the Night Sisters except
Robotic coffin fit. He's back.
um I want Dave Filoni to keep his grubby little hands off Marin. Marin should only be written by the Jedi Fallen Order writers, the Jedi Survivor writers.
You don't think they're gonna have like a because she was a child when it happened, right?
Yeah.
So you don't think they're gonna have like a group of kids
Look,
escaping?
I'm just very tired of Star Wars cameos.
Oh, that is okay. That
And
I can get, but I don't think they
and
should do much with it.
I don't want any idea that that Dave Filoni knows who Cal Kestis is because the chances of that happening means that there's a chance of him showing up in the Mando verse, and if that happens, I have to kill myself.
Can we get that in writing? Can we get that in writing? Okay.
I'll sign a contract.
Oh, hey, it's a legal obligation, Cameron.
Yeah, right.
Weapon of
Right.
choice?
Uh, Katana. I'm just
An arrow. I want an arrow to the chest.
I want to.
I want the
Yeah,
full Boromir.
I want firing squad, but with bows and arrows. I want to have my head cut off, but by Theon in season two, so it like takes a while.
It's a Game of Thrones joke for those listening. Welcome to
Yep.
Star Wars.
All right.
But I
Um,
think us seeing more of the Empire at different stages, like Thrawn, where he's not so much the big bad, but he's still pretty much like I think he was a
by the
recruit.
way, they have not given us a reason to give about Throne yet.
Rebels. I mean, if
Who's
you have,
Rebel?
sorry, I've watched Rebels, but did you read the books? His books?
No, no.
Apparently, they go into his how he was like recruited and
Look,
how
all I'm
he
saying is for the vast majority of people who watch Star Wars and like who only really tune in when it's live action, Thrawn is just a guy we've been told is important. They've never
that
given
is
us a
true.
reason to care. You're
Yeah.
just like, Thrawn's scary. And I'm like, okay, I'll take your word for it. Like,
Blue Man Group, real terrifying. I
Yeah,
I
this is
get I
like,
get that
hey.
because
I
my
mean,
my
any
girlfriend's parents isn't.
Nicholson is immediately upsetting, but like
Hmm.
unsettling. But
Yeah. No, I get that because like my girlfriend's parents, they don't much care for the animation stuff, so they kind of just like stick to what, is
yeah,
live
like
action.
when I'm working my way through Fallen Order right
Hmm.
now. Like I'm doing timeline. But like whenever it hit Clone Wars, I'm like, I'm not gonna watch all 7 seasons. I'm just gonna pick 4 of my favorite arcs. I'm gonna watch those, and then I'm
What are
gonna
the
move.
arcs?
I did
Please tell me one of them was Umbara.
one of them was Umbara.
Thank you.
The one was where Ahsoka got framed.
The Wrong Jedi.
Yep. I did the conspiracy arc with Fives,
Oh,
and then I did Siege of Mandalore.
you didn't do the Ramirez sisters?
No.
Why? That's one of the best ones.
Look me in my eyes and say that again.
Dude, solid psych. I did not care for that at all.
But yeah, I'm not watching
The
Bad Batch.
slow put down of your Bretta filter.
Yeah.
Very
You
cruel,
couldn't see it, but
Cruella.
I did like this.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. I got that. Very Cruella of a very.
but yeah, Star Wars. I got opinions. Oh my God. So
Do you? If
should
you haven't seen our hot take Star Wars episode, he goes a little more about everything. Please watch
oh
it.
my God. I can talk forever. I will say, so I've been posting my reviews on Letterboxd.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've looked.
I have
I
looked.
have a hater. I got a
You
hater.
you got a hate bone in you because you've been doing, like you said, timeline.
No,
So,
somebody commented on like all of my Star
oh,
Wars
did
reviews.
they? Hold
So
on.
on Monday, on my birthday, I watched Revenge of the Sith, which is exactly how I wanted to spend my birthday, watching a Star Wars movie I didn't like that much. So and then at 2 a.m. I get a comment from some guy. I'm not gonna put his name on there, but
I
like,
will. Sorry, I'm just reading it right now. There's no way your response to that is, "My brother in Christ, get a job."
it's 2 a.m. He does not follow me. I do not have a following on Letterboxd other than like my immediate friends.
You do
Also, he
apparently.
brought up Clone Wars '08. I didn't talk about
Is
Clone Wars '08.
that's the Tartarsky, right?
No, Clone Wars '08 is the CGI movie,
Oh, dude. Okay,
which
sorry.
is not good.
What years did the Tatar the
I think
one before
that
that?
one
It was just
that
called Clone Wars.
I think that 2003.
Thank you. Yes, that's right. So it says Clone Wars '08 is worse than the films in every way. This is under your review of Revenge of the Sith, by the way.
Yeah.
Even Phantom Menace is better. That's like a 6 out of 10 and the worst of the trilogy. Tricked people, in quotes, which, okay.
I said that the Clone Wars show has tricked people into thinking that the prequels are good, which I stand by.
I think the only thing that made it better is the third movie. That's what I think.
No.
That's not by
None of it
much, just
works without the
well,
Clone Wars. The Clone Wars
in season 7 it has made it a little better because you can kind of pinpoint when that overlap is. That's
it
why
makes
I like
every single character better.
I like that. That's just like that's just me.
It's fine, but like
And
the trilogy on its own doesn't work.
no, not as a trilogy. I'm just talking
Like
about explicitly
even a
the
little
the
bit.
beginning parts of Revenge of the Sith. Explicitly like just that movie, not
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Anyway,
Like can't stand it. But then at the end of it, get over yourself and you for the tags, by the way, clown.
I should say the tags that I put on it were very long. It just said, just because people were mean to Hayden Christensen doesn't mean we have to pretend that he gave a good performance. He really didn't.
And then another guy went, "You hate fun." And you
Yeah,
replied, "Yeah, probably."
that's my friend. That's my friend.
Oh, okay.
And then he went and commented on my Attack of the Clones review.
Did he?
Um, yeah,
Oh,
he said, so Anakin's not a good character. So I talked about how the prequels have a lack of just like visual storytelling,
uh-huh.
how he used Luke's sunset
The binary
stairs.
sun. Yeah,
Yeah, the
great moment.
binary sunset.
That's my favorite
It
moment in
was
Star
just,
Wars history.
it's like a really powerful moment where you
Mm-hmm.
just like wordlessly understand everything about Luke.
I love it. It's my favorite moment
And
ever,
there's
dude.
nothing even remotely close to that in the prequels, and
Mm.
he immediately misconstrued what I said and then dropped the R word.
Wait, what? Oh, he straight. Oh my god.
He commented on my tags again, which I said, giving Yoda a lightsaber is a tragedy on par with 9/11.
Oh, this was you that said that?
It's on the tags. You can scroll
Didn't
up and see it.
didn't they say the Yoda was a great warrior though in the
Like,
original movie
I
in
think it would.
Empire?
Okay. Here's my hot take. Here's my hot take.
Oh,
I think it would have been infinitely cooler if he was still a great warrior. He just didn't have a lightsaber and only used the Force. I think that would be so
you don't like
fucking
the
cool.
motion blurs of him using the Force?
No.
It's like
It's just like I think it would be interesting if like both of like the icons of the light side and the dark side didn't use a lightsaber. Like I wish the Emperor didn't have a lightsaber. I wish Yoda didn't have a lightsaber. They just were so in tune with their side of the Force that they didn't even need it.
I
Like
did like
that's how
Dooku having
badass they were.
a lightsaber. Dooku having a lightsaber was pretty rad.
Well, Dooku was like a pawn,
No, I know. I like.
but anyway, it's just like an idea that
Wow,
is
these people
cooler
are
than the
out
real.
there. They
But yeah,
exist.
it was fascinating. It was amazing. I have 53 followers on Letterboxd.
53. Good God, Cameron.
All of them are people I have met in real life.
Oh,
Like, um, it's
well, you guys can go follow us on our letterbox. We post some fun stuff. Links in the description.
anyway. We don't have to put that in the episode. I just think it was
Oh,
really
I'm
funny.
putting all of that in. I think that is the funniest thing with Brother
I
in Christ. Get a job. So good. Moving fast on.
Yeah,
Fantastic Four news came out. They on Fantastic Four Day, April 4th, they posted some comics for free. I think it was like on Comixology. And they were ranging from all big important stuff where it's like you first meet Galactus, first interaction, Silver Surfer background. Let me
you
get
got
this
to
out of the
Silver
way.
Surfer casting.
Yes. So what was her name? Jennifer
Uh, J-
Garner?
no,
No. Garner
shit.
is her last name. Let me look it up. Hold on. No, that's the other one.
Julia Garner.
Julia Garner. Thank you. Jennifer Gardner, that's the that's a whole different person. Julia Garner, uh, she is playing the Shala Ball, Silver Surfer, who
Yeah,
does exist. So for everyone getting mad and pressed that it's a female, chill out. It's a different universe, different
yeah.
Silver Surfer.
It you gotta just ignore the grifters in the Marvel community. They
There's
don't.
so many, and that's what sucks, dude. Because
It
they
just
are so
sucks
many. There's so
being
many, and they're so loud.
nerd community has been overtaken by people who are scared of the word woke and think it applies to
Or
any time a minority or a woman is cast in
yeah, or
anything.
don't know the word of woke, like they just use it as a trigger
Oh
word for
yeah,
stuff.
woke has no meaning
No,
anymore.
it's been so good. Because like let me ask you this: did you read? Because we're gonna get to this in a second. Did you read the Invincible comics?
No,
Okay, I don't believe Amber. Hold on.
no, Amber's white in the comic.
Okay, that's what I remember. And and then Zazie Beetz was casted. Terrific casting.
Yeah, she's really good.
She's so good. I didn't hear a word about the recast, like changing from a white comic book character to a black animated character. Same character, same arc.
Yeah,
They changed nothing other than they added a voice in Sassy Beats was a great choice. But then we have a female Silver Surfer that's on paper with history,
yeah.
actual proof. Way to
And there's
go.
silly little garbage thumbnails with
Yeah.
like red circles and angry eyes and people screaming. It's all terrible. Like I saw a quote tweet on the casting and it was like the worst thumbnails in the world are being made
Yeah.
right now.
I saw someone
Like
posted on Instagram and said, "This is the best tweet to come out of today."
yeah,
So
like
good.
it's funny. It'll be fine, guys. We'll get a male
Because
Silver
Lakeith
Surfer.
Stanfield also posted out saying, "I thought it was going to be me," and then took that post down.
Yeah,
So
I
he
mean
could be
it
making a
still
cameo.
could be. Like
Yeah, but like, because the whole thing is that the Fantastic Four is setting place in the '60s in a different reality where they all already are the
also
heroes.
I should say, if you look at that new Fantastic Four poster they
The
dropped
one
on
with Johnny Storm and in the flame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, if you look at the city,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's so retro futuristic,
I love it.
like
I
what a
love.
60s
Yeah,
what the 60s thought the future would look like, and that has me so excited.
I don't know if I've ever actually said this, but one of my favorite styles of art is retrofuturism. I
Oh,
love it so
retrofuturism is the shit. I'm
so
so
cool.
excited. I'm
Yeah,
so excited next week for the Fallout show because I love
uh,
that aesthetic.
it's
I
so
love
good.
that
It's so cool.
retrofuturism. But yeah,
Yeah.
I
There's
really
also this
hope.
one. It's like solar punk. Oh, I love solar
Oh,
punk.
Solar Punk's really fun.
Like anything that's just chill art. I'm cool
Yeah,
with it.
Solar Punk.
Cyberpunk, I'm cool with it. Steampunk, I'm
Cyberpunk is fun. But
it's
like Solar Punk is like what we should be working on as a society. Like
yes,
that's what we
like
need to get to.
yes, yes. And so with everything coming into play for the Fantastic Four movie, Shia Ball being a real character and set in a different universe, with Galactus not yet casted, but Javier Bardem is the.
Yeah, that's the name that keeps being brought up.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it as long as they don't make him like, hey guys, I'm Galactus. Like they don't like ruin the whole menacing thought of him eating
Yeah.
worlds and actually give it meaning. Because a lot of
They
them
just
are
need to
like,
get somebody with a booming as hell voice.
someone said, I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Eh,
I don't hate it. I just think Javier Bardem's way better.
yeah.
Because then you know the minute they cast him, everywhere is going to be flooded with Stilgar's face and going like, as it was written.
Lisa Al-Gaib.
Great
Yeah.
movie. You saw Dune 2, right?
I've seen it twice. It is very good.
So stupid good.
Dude, I want to go again just to see that part where at the very beginning where the soldiers just like float to the top of that
Yeah.
like cliff. Dude, that was so
I
sick.
thought you were gonna just only say the guy doing the Sardaukar singing, just be like,
Boy, boy.
that's it. You know what? Whenever we do our Dune episode, that's how I'm gonna start the episode.
Then I'll be in the back doing the doing like the Hey Bertina.
Colin's just gonna be like going on his bed,
Yeah,
like as the Dune worm.
he'll be worming. He'll be
We're
worming.
gonna all wear blue contact. Can we do this? Can we all wear blue contacts? We
Uh
drank that worm piss. We're going.
yeah, yeah. Anyway.
I honestly can't believe how great that movie is. And Dune Messiah is going into production.
Yep.
Denis up to it. Way to go.
As of
Because
like 2 days ago.
yeah, in like like a week and a half, I think he was like, if I don't feel confident, I'm just gonna give the project to someone else. And we're like, okay, don't do
No.
that. Please don't. Find a way to be okay with it. Because
Yeah.
we need you. But it's great. I'm super proud of it. Is there anything else that happened? Oh, Jeffrey Wright. He got casted as the Watcher for Fantastic Four.
What?
Yeah, that's what
He
I
was
thought.
already
I remember reading that. It could have been the. I didn't see the actual account. I just was seeing it all over the place. I just read that this morning. Hold on.
uh no, not seeing anything.
Hold on. I may have gone in a quick fashion of excitement, read disbussing the account on Instagram. Hold on.
It's blessing. Those
Those guys have gotten my heart rate up so many times.
Oh, I hate him. Hate him.
I mean, clever all the way through. Good on them,
Yeah.
but that's cold.
Uh,
And I can't find it right now. Where did it go? Whatever. I don't hate the fact that if the Watcher is going to join, he's at the end of the movie and puts him in our MCU corrected universe. I don't know if it's 19999 or if it's 616. I don't
Yeah.
I don't think it's 616. Point is, if they do, that's great. And I also heard that Future Foundation could be
Yeah,
how it ends.
I did hear that.
That would be super sick
It would be neat.
because I would like for them to come into our universe as the predetermined heroes, not get that whole origin story again. That's set for that old 2000s movie.
Yeah.
That's great. We see a world where they're already the heroes and we see them fighting everything. Having Franklin come into the picture, I'm excited. This sounds like an actual. It
Yeah.
feels like how Spider-Man
It
Homecoming was.
it
You know,
needs to be a slam dunk.
no, dude, it needs to break the
Marvel
actual.
needs Marvel to get the public back on track needs like 5 smash hits.
I mean,
Let me just say
oh,
if this
Deadpool 3, that's
if
gonna
this
be a hit.
Deadpool 3 is going to be a hit
That's
no
one.
matter what.
Yeah.
If it but it also has to be good.
I mean, come on. There's no way there's this much hype and excitement with the cast. It
It
can't be
can
good.
still be bad. Anything is possible.
I mean, Madam. Well, no.
But they need five well-received, just like absolute, like they cannot afford to miss anymore.
No, they can't. And I think I don't know, man. It's a lot that we'll get into another day. But
But anyway, Invincible.
Invincible. All right. Season 2.
You
My
got man.
God. So before we do anything, I'm gonna do a spoiler-free version first, so people can get away. Go to this
Good.
timestamp.
It's
It's
good.
it's this timestamp. I'm gonna say it. 41 minutes and 30 seconds. That's the timestamp. I'm gonna do it in post. I can't do it now. I don't know the time.
Yeah, right.
Well, cause not in the
Watch it.
future.
What I'm gonna estimate it's 40 minutes and 43 minutes 22 seconds into the recording.
You actually might be correct, because judging on
We'll,
the
we'll
time,
see. We'll see.
if you're right, you run the
Give me all
show.
your money. Give me all
You
your
run
money.
the show. Well,
I run the show. I'm the
I don't think
host
you.
now.
Do you really want $30? I
Yeah,
mean, okay. It, season 2, spoiler free, just as for this first part, was great.
it
I
was
didn't
very good.
I didn't like the gap, but I also didn't care, because if that's what we
I
got,
absolutely did.
well,
The
it's more like I knew it was coming. I knew when it was coming, so I didn't care about waiting for almost 3 years for the second part. But
oh, I thought you were talking about the gap in the middle.
that's what I was talking about. So I'm saying, instead of it being 3 years like the first part of season 2, it was like a few months, because they had to finish the animation, and I respect it. They had some great stuff in there. I just didn't much care, because like I knew it was coming. That's
Okay.
the thing. Like
Okay.
there wasn't like an empty promise.
So
But holy
the reason
crap!
they took a break in the middle is not because the animation wasn't finished. It was.
Oh,
It was so Amazon could add ads.
oh, that's right.
They said it was like, so you can take a breather. It's like, it's been 3 months. I need the next episode.
Breath caught. Like I got it.
Yeah. I've been breathing fine for about 2 months now.
Yeah,
Like,
I forgot they did the ads. Crap.
so whatever
I
they
just
tell
tuned it
you,
out at this point.
that's the actual reason. But
That's so
um,
stupid how they like you
so
had to pay $3 more for something you already had.
yeah, it's silly.
That's so stupid.
Um,
Like imagine watching a concert midway through. You're like, "Do you want to keep your seats?
yeah,
Give us $600." We're like, "What?"
we're gonna put a pillar in front of your seats. Like,
Yeah, we're just
you're gonna
gonna.
have to go like this.
That poor dude.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's very bad. But
it's
I
wild.
I if I was just binge watching the season, I would have thought it was very good.
Mm,
Um, but with the gap in the middle, it took out all the gas I had for the season.
really?
All like it just took the tires, it took the air out of the tires. It just like slowed it down. Like I'm sure when I revisit it, I'm 100% sure when I revisit it, I'm going to like it more.
Mm.
But like I think the gap in the middle was a terrible, 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 terrible idea, especially for how long it was. Like
3 months was pretty long.
I would have rather they delayed the first half of the season
Mm,
just to have it all come out at week to week to week to week to week to
that's
week to
fair.
week. Like it was it was ridiculous.
It was three and a
Like
half months, wasn't it?
yeah, it was so long.
It was from like
So long.
November to March,
Yeah,
almost 4 months.
yeah. Um
I did like the action
hopefully
sequences.
season 3
Oh,
will come out faster than it took to get season 2.
yeah, they're done. They're practically done. I'm
Hopeful.
gonna bet we're gonna get a trailer October, maybe November.
October?
Probably
Hopefully.
November this year.
But
Probably will be released February of next year, if
let
anything.
me just say, TV in general, getting real sick of these 2 to 3 year waits in between seasons. Oh my God.
Because what else is still going on right now?
Severance, House of the Dragon.
Oh, well, House is coming out in June.
Yeah, but it's been 2 years.
Has it?
Yep. Uh-huh. By the time it comes out, it'll be a little under 2 years.
My gosh, time is getting
Season one
stupid.
started in like August of 2022.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. Well,
August or September.
oh,
But
even The Last of
just
Us. That's coming
yeah,
out.
Last of Us is taking a 2 to 3 year gap. Like
Yeah.
that's gonna be a doozy.
Did you see that photo with Pedro Pascal and everyone on the cast of The Last of Us on the plane with Five Guys?
Yes, I saw
And
that. I
he
thought that was
bought it
funny.
for everyone. Everyone's like, that was the price of like the whole plane.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Anyway,
You
should we
you
go to
need you,
spoilers?
well, one thing real quick. For things that I think in the spoiler free version I want to put here, the stuff they actually put in from comics, 1 to 1. So good. It was insane the transition they had from writing the characters and the character arcs and even the action sequences. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it now because we are going to be going into spoiler territory. 3, 2. Before we get into spoiler territory, just want to let you guys know if you want to skip all the spoilers, go to 1 hour and 39 seconds. That's going to be practically the end of the episode, going all over the spoiler stuff. So, hope you guys enjoy. Welcome to
Oh my
Spoilerville.
God, everyone died. Everyone died.
The world explodes.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone.
Yeah.
Mother,
What is
oh,
season three even going to be about? It's just going to be
it's just gonna be credits.
shots of a barren
It's
landscape.
just gonna be credits. 6 hour credits. That's the whole
Yeah.
thing. That's everybody. Everybody who's
Yeah.
maybe mentioned the show, even
It's going to
patrons.
become a nature documentary.
This was once Earth.
Yeah.
That's
Now it
it.
is not.
And that's
Yeah.
it. It's just the
That's the whole,
disturbance.
that's going to be the
Yeah,
whole thing.
dude. Okay, so you said you haven't read the comics, right?
Yeah.
Go read
I
the
know,
comics.
I know a lot of what happens in the
Just
comic.
go read the comics, dude. It's
I'm
so
a
good.
busy man. I ain't got time
Fine
to read words.
time. I get it,
I
but
ain't got time to read words. I only got time to watch
it's
movies
pictures.
and play video games.
Okay. The thing is that like I said, they do 1 to 1 recreations of that entire comic panel, like Alan getting his eye beat out of him, floating in space,
Yeah.
and the fights between the Viltrumites, so good. But the here's my only problem with Angstrom Levy and Sterling K. Brown. I only got one problem with it. He wasn't in long enough. Sterling K. Brown put his everything in this
Yeah,
last
he was really
episode.
good.
So stupid good. And like I said, spoiler warning. So this is everything from comics. If you haven't read this, I don't know what
Okay.
to tell you.
In that case, he comes back, right?
Yeah, he didn't die.
Yeah. Okay, good.
But that's the thing. I think like that moment in the show has to be done so well because that ending that Mark is zooming through space. He's just gunning it as fast as he's ever gone. And he's
Yeah.
tiring himself out because that mental change is so drastic for him because he in his mind killed someone. But he
Right.
doesn't know that he comes back and
Yeah.
that whole change is stuck with him forever because and I pray to God they don't show what happens with him and Anissa. I got scared
Oh,
when
yeah.
she
When
showed up
they
on screen.
were in the crater,
I know, I got so scared because I was like, if
I was
Amazon
like,
does this, that's
does
insane.
it happen this early?
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't, but I didn't know if they were going to be cutting something short. And if they cut anything from the show, I hope it's that. That is terrible.
Yeah.
But
It's all about how they handle it, but
I know. But the thing is that like I love the comic book panel joke where in the comic book he meets a comic book artist and they do the similar jokes
oh,
that
I
was animation.
love that bit.
The bit was so funny, very tongue in cheek, the fun Tim Robinson cameo that was
I
nice.
love Tim Robinson. He does that thing with his voice that no one else can do, where he just kind of scrunches up his voice like this.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I don't really get it. Like it's
Yeah,
so
like
good how he does it. His facial work is so funny when he does those voices,
I
and
love.
and the fact they teased Conquest too.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
It is.
They teased Conquest season 1 and season 2. So season 1, you see him in the background during the Viltrumite
Oh yeah, yeah,
thing, but then in the season 2, where she's like, "You got to be better prepared for when the next agent comes."
yeah.
And those who have
Uh,
read that comic,
yeah.
yikes, that is gonna be
But
interesting.
I thought this season was very good.
Because we also have the
I think
Invincible War.
everything really hit. Even like the tinier characters, like uh Donald was great. Like
Donald's the dude.
Donald is that guy.
He
Um,
is him.
I will say the biggest sign of Invincible season two succeeding where season one was fell a little short, I think, is Mark and Amber.
Mm,
At the beginning of this season, I wanted Amber gone as soon as humanly possible. And I was just waiting for them to break up.
mm,
And while, yes, I was happy that they broke up at the end, I do think the end of it had an impact and was ultimately a really good scene
mm,
and really well written.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Because
which
then he's
I
like all very
like,
amazing Spider-Man now and watching over her.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, with season one, one of my least favorite things in superhero fiction is a partner who knows their significant other is a superhero and is an
Yeah,
asshole about it.
I've never been a fan.
They're like, why don't you put me first? It's like I don't he's got bigger things to do. So like having her take a step back and think about the ethics of like when I go on a date with him, he could be saving someone
Hmm.
is like that's much more of an empathetic character where like I get it. I
Hmm.
get uh I get what pulls them apart. It's not just like magically like we're done. Like people didn't like Amber, so we're gonna get rid of her. Like they didn't do that, which could have been so easy and
Yeah,
like people would have been like, okay, fine, sure. But like they took the time to make her a more interesting character. They took the time to make the end of their relationship actually hit.
it hurt. I was crying a little bit, man.
It was a sad scene. Um, but yeah. Anyway,
Well,
it was
while
a
I'm tearing up, my girlfriend's younger brother, we were watching the show together. He is like hooting and hollering. He's clapping louder than I've ever heard him. He goes, "Bring it on!" Like he is in
but
it.
like I will say while I was sad about the scene, I still texted my friends the like Shawshank like oh. I was like Amber gone. That's
Because,
how much I hated her in the first
well,
season.
the thing is that like the story that happens next between him and Adam Eve
Yeah.
is so wild because for what like happens past Conquest and the Invincible War and the Viltrumite War, I don't know if they'll get to this part without a time jump because I don't see the show going past at most 6 seasons. Because 6 seasons, I feel like, is a good way to stop it. There's a lot of story you can do, but I feel like if they shorten it down like they did for this season, with a lot of the inner stuff being kind of rushed for
Yeah.
the right things, like at the very end when you see Duplicate come back and the
Yeah.
Immortals.
Interesting. Because she
Well,
doesn't do that in the comics.
she does do that in the comics.
She
It was
does?
exact same thing. He's reclusive. He's is on. I don't think he was fishing, but he basically comes back and he sees her with the one on her chest, and she's like, "I did this. I didn't tell anyone." There was a brief encounter where I genuinely almost died, and I couldn't live with the fact that I couldn't live a normal life. So she wanted to live a normal life. There was the original doing her own thing while she still knew what was going on because that's how the whole thing works. And I don't know if they're
Right.
even going to introduce her brother, Multiple.
Huh.
Yeah, clever
But like,
names with over here at Image Comics.
let me just say,
Multiple.
they managed to have a scene grosser than the end of season one.
I told everyone that the last episode of season 2 was going to be more gruesome than anything in season 1. It was going to be worse than the
Oh,
train
I'm not
scene.
talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Lizard League.
Oh my god! How did I forget that?
I'm talking about when Shrinking Ray went into that dude, tried to
Oh.
expand, and then got eaten.
Well, he like flexed, I think, or something.
Like, one of the
Ugh.
grossest things I have seen in anything ever.
And the fact she survives is
Yeah.
insane.
Oh my God.
Oh, way to go,
It,
Ray.
it,
Ant
it
Man
makes
could never.
makes you think about that Thanos thing.
Yeah, because she went through his eye, right?
Uh,
I think he
She
went
went
through
through
his
one
eye.
guy's eye and
Yeah.
like killed him that way. He grabbed her,
Oh, that's right.
like ate her.
Oh gosh.
And
And dude,
then
Rex is
Rex,
Rex is that dude.
dude, I did not. I mean, like I like characters like Rex where they start out as just like the worst. It's like hate this
I
guy.
hated Rex so much. I was so
And
glad when
then
Monster Girl beat his ass, man.
they just kind of grow to be like, yeah, he's like a douchebag, but like his heart's in the right place. Got he's got moxie, like
He's got grit. He's got guff.
he's got grit.
He likes what was it?
I
Was
like
it?
the way he plays ball.
I like
Like
to cut a jib.
yeah.
He also likes
But
in-house magazines, doesn't he? Like where he's like talking about like the furniture and stuff.
yeah,
Such a cute
yeah.
little quirk.
When he was just beating that guy with his broken,
Bone.
like just stabbing him with his bone was the craziest shit. Just like, and I
So
love when the
cool.
soldier showed up and he's like, "I'm perfectly fine," and I'm like Rex
So
Rex is
good.
that guy. Rex
Dude,
is that guy.
he was him. And I think And speaking of something, I don't know what you said that reminded me of this. Agent Spider.
Oh yeah. I wish
Sony.
Sony was cooler.
Sony, what are you doing? What were you doing?
Yeah.
Because they released the Tom Holland versus Ezekiel fight for Madam Web. They released the concept art not too long ago. Looks pretty good. I don't know what the whole thing was, but
Oh,
it
it does.
looked cooler than what the movie was. And then they're like, oh no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do a Pepsi commercial. And then they do this whole thing with Agent Spider where Josh Keaton came back. That was like everyone's like, hey, we want this to do this. We want to bring Keaton
Yeah.
back. There's no one that could do it better. Way to go.
It,
Some guy
it,
went
it
on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, and he posted the whole thing that he edited with the spectacular Spider-Man suit.
yeah,
That should have been
that's
done.
fine. Oh well, we'll
But
survive.
then even have the Batman thing. That was fun.
That was cute. It
And
was cute.
The Fortnite cameo where he
Yeah,
swings his.
that was very funny.
I've seen so many great edits where like after he swings them, it says like 203 and like the shield thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So good. It's so good because that means it's canon, and that's what's
Yeah,
so funny. That's like Fortnite does not care. It's like, yeah, sure, it's canon.
yeah,
Eminem, he speaks. Sure, let's bring it. And I
yeah,
think there's so much more, like I keep saying, there's going to be happening in the show where the people I mean, and you haven't read the comics, so I don't want to tell you everything, but the multiverses we saw with all the different marks. And I actually read
yeah,
this somewhere. I don't remember who posted it, but whoever posted this, if you're listening, good on you. I don't know. But someone said Angstrom Levy went to the only multiverse, in the multiverse, he went to the one world where Mark was actually the good guy and turned him into the
yeah,
villain. And
yeah,
I love that because then when he gets the blue suit, it's it's a different change for the I mean, so many different things that I am scared to watch because
yeah,
holy crap, that fight with Conquest is going to be a lot. And I posted on our group chat, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's coming back. We're coming into the show.
yeah,
I believe he's going to be Thrag. I
yeah. That
do
makes sense.
because he's only reading comic book issues 2 and 3 for those who's well, not issues, the
Compendium.
compendiums. Yeah, I say issues, sorry, I meant compendiums. Issues 2 compendiums. I do it again, 2 and 3 because that's, the whole thing. Who would you want as Conquest? Because I saw Ron Perlman being fan casted.
Roman would be good. Anybody who's just got like that
Dude,
gruff as hell
can they
old
please
voice.
bring in shoot. Why am I blanking his name? Oh, Keith David.
Keith David would be good. Um,
God, that'd be so good.
it's like
Lawrence Fish? No.
got a good voice. Like I don't know.
Lawrence
I trust
Fishburne.
him.
I trust whoever's going to be casting because they're on fire right now.
They got Chantel Van Santen to play Anissa. That was cool. Billy Butcher's wife.
That was cool. And she also did. She in the Tomb Raider games? No,
I have no idea.
she was in a few games. But either way, the show was on
She's
fire. Huh?
she's so pretty.
She's what?
She's so pretty. Oh my.
Oh, I
Like whenever
oh,
she showed up in the boys, I was like, Jesus, that's
Billy.
possible? You can look like that?
You look like Carl Urban, and yes, I think if you look like Carl Urban, you're set.
Anyway.
Is that everything else that happened in the show? Because I can't. I mean, there was so much content that happened in one season that I
Uh,
can't really recall
yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I think that's about
Because I
it.
know the interaction between him and Art was beautiful when talking about Amber, and their interaction between Amber and
Yeah.
Eve was great. That whole dialogue where it's like if
I
you're
need more art. I need more art in general. It
he's
needs to be
so
in it more.
cool. He's so cool, and I don't want to spoil everything for what happens later because you don't
Yeah,
like you
don't
said
tell me
you
what
haven't.
happens about it. Don't tell
No,
me what
because
happens.
well, all I will say is, oh man, oh,
No.
it's just so much. It's because like they even said season 3, each episode is gonna feel like a finale at the very
Yeah,
end of
that's
it,
exciting.
which is, I mean, oof. I'll probably go into a little more in an official breakdown of what's going on if I do. This might just be it. Invincible was great. Sterling K. Brown, oh, so good. I love him.
Yeah.
He's such a good actor because he was
He
nominated
got an
this.
Oscar
I was
nomination.
gonna say he was nominated this year. Yeah. Oh, did you watch American Fiction?
Yeah,
I've seen a bunch of clips. I've been waiting for it to get on Amazon so I can rent it.
it's good.
Yeah, it looked
I
great.
like it.
I'm actually trying to schedule a date night with Sophia because she's all about writing and wants to do writing. I thought this
Yeah.
would be the not a
I,
perfect
I
look for her.
I do think it is funny. It is very funny that that movie got a lot of Oscar attention. That makes the movie better.
It was great, and the fact our little beloved holdovers got a lot of good attention, and we got the divine win.
Yeah,
So happy, so
yeah.
happy.
I'm a little sad Paul Giamatti didn't win, but
They
it
should have
was
given him an
killing.
honorary Oscar just for holding in that eye contact the whole time.
Yeah, just
That took a
bugging out
lot of
the whole
effort.
time. But yeah,
Boy, he was tweaking for Christmas. That's the
yeah,
whole thing.
love it. I love
Yeah.
that movie.
Well, that
But
about wrap it up, man. I really got nothing else. If there was anything else that happened this week that I feel like,
no,
why am I
I'm ready to
missing?
get back to sleep.
Oh, I mean, sorry. Mando Grogu's coming out May 22nd,
Uh,
2026. Toy Story 5 was released June 19th, 2026 as well. So we got a lot of stuff coming out in the 26s, man.
I will say when The Mandalorian and Grogu comes out, I will be killing myself in the front of the theater right before the movie starts.
Okay. Oh, sorry. We
So,
talked a bit about that. I
eh,
forgot to mention this for Deadpool and Wolverine. Speaking of killing yourself, that someone asked if Colin Farrell's Bullseye is returning to the film, and they said if I
Oh
speak
yeah,
anything about Marvel related, you will see a sniper dot on my forehead.
yeah.
I don't know if that's a gag because he has.
Well, there's like the whole meme of like Kevin Feige holding a sniper rifle.
Well, I know that, but here's the thing. I think that's what they were going for, but at the same time, he has that crosshair on his face.
Oh, right.
He's got that thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like a simple way to say yes without.
I think Colin Farrell wants to forget about that movie. I don't think he'd show up.
I think
He's he's too much of a capital A actor
no,
to.
he would so do it, dude. I
I
got a
don't know.
feeling. I feel like if he just wants to have fun, because
He's too
Colin,
busy being Penguin.
that's done. It's over with. That is it. Actually, I'm like really excited about that show too. The show
Yeah,
looks so
I
good.
think it looks good.
Yeah, we'll probably cover a lot more. But that'll about wrap it up. So thank you guys again for
Nope.
watching. If you guys enjoy, be sure to smash that like button and just
Just crush it.
obliterate it like Mark
Just
did
take it.
to Angstrom Levy's face with that subscribe button. Just done it. Boom.
I want you to look at that like button and I want you to go,
Think.
I I thought I thought you were stronger.
So good. That's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. We posted our disliked
And
movies
we're
list. It's
everywhere.
ever changing. Cameron, feel free to send in some suggestions as well to the disliked movies list. We're just gonna let it grow. It's movies we just
Absolutely.
disliked. Tell us how wrong we are with that one too. And if you guys check us out on Instagram, not Instagram, I'm bad at this. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever else you get podcasts, we're there. Check us out, and we'll see you guys next time.